Hello and welcome to Spoilers, Morty. I am the host of this show / fan of the show that we're watching, and today we'll be doing something extra special. Both Nami and I are going to be making predictions about Rick and Morty Season 3, writing those predictions down on bingo boards, and then using those to compete against one another arbitrarily for your entertainment. And ego, I guess? Nami has already predicted one episode, the Rick Shank Rick Redemption, as she normally would, and that video is up right now if you want to go watch it. Anyway, this is your spoiler warning for the show. We won't be offended if you stop listening right now and go catch up. Otherwise, on with the show. Would it be too generic if I said, or if I predicted that Beth dates another guy?
No, but I get to use Rick uses his teleporter gun.
That's not a fair trade-off.
Someone else other than Rick uses his teleporter gun then, but I assume it would probably be Morty or Summer, but someone else. I could also see it being Jerry or Beth. Like, I can see it's someone that Rick knows using Rick's teleporter gun.
Okay.
I like how the tables are kind of turned on this episode where you also have to make predictions, and now you get to see how hard it is. It's not that easy to make a prediction.
Yeah, we got to make 24 of them.
Yeah. Okay, I really hope that the Meeseeks come back. So
I hope so too.
I'm gonna put Meeseeks down.
Okay.
Just Meeseeks, and that means any reference thereof, and or an episode, and or just like a background character. What's your
What's your
number
two? Gotta keep an eye out. Let's see. Number 2, I think that Morty will kill someone.
Again?
Or cause, or directly cause a death of some kind.
All right. Ooh, I think that weird cyborg Morty is going to make an appearance. Was that evil Morty? What Morty was that?
The one with the eye patch?
Yeah.
He was remote controlling Rick.
I'm going to say that Summer goes along on an adventure with them again.
Okay. That's...
What?
I think that's a good prediction.
No, I know. They're not all going to be like that.
Let's see. I have one that I heard a rumor happens.
Okay, how about this? Because the nature of the show is spoilers, maybe, you're allowed it. And
Right.
It could be wrong.
I don't know for a fact.
Yeah.
But I've heard that Crumbocubulus Michael comes back.
All right.
The alien assassin, voiced by Andy Daly.
Yeah, go right ahead and take that freebie. I kind of took a freebie too, so, whatever.
We know that Phoenix person is alive.
Well, or is he?
Well, he's a thing that exists.
He's a very clever AI at this point, is what I assume. Because he was mostly metal.
I would like to predict that he at least temporarily becomes good again, or is convinced to be on Rick's side.
I'm taking my predictions, but that's fine.
Okay.
Write it down. I think there's going to be another throwback to Intergalactic TV, where they have those nonsense shows.
Full episode, because they did repeatedly after that mention ball fondlers among other things. So if you're going to count any reference,
they're going to have new it's going to be a new, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a full episode of it. It just has to be a new multi-dimensional TV reference.
Okay. I am going to say that their former dog Ruffles is mentioned or appears. He may also be called Snowball.
Okay. I think that the worst Rick also comes back.
Which one's the worst Rick?
The one that got along with Jerry.
Okay.
I don't remember which one that was.
Not the evilest Rick.
No, the worst one. Because I think they're all making fun of him as being the worst Rick, just because he was, anyway. Because I can see him hanging out with Jerry after he and Beth get a divorce or something like that.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if Jerry's gonna get a new job. I think he will.
All right.
I'm going to guess that he will.
Okay.
That'll be my number 6.
All right. I am going to guess that Summer has a different boyfriend.
The last one didn't die.
No.
But he did have...
The first guy she liked got frozen and splattered. But the last one didn't die, but
He may have started a theme park inside of him.
Yeah.
Or something similar.
I'm going to say Morty tries to ask Jessica out. Face-to-face... I don't know.
Oh.
I honestly don't know. I just know that Morty is going to try to confess his love to Jessica at least, or something along those lines.
It's a good one.
I know. I've had a lot of practice with making predictions. I think there's going to be a reference to Cronenberg universe and or Cronenberg Rick and Morty.
Okay.
Cronenberg example.
They did go there in episode 1, so we're not counting that.
They didn't?
Morty showed Summer Cronenberg universe,
right.
then I believe the Ricks may or may not have killed those guys. So,
oops. So I probably felt like it was going to happen is because it did. I'm going to go with Summer kills someone. Going to flip that Morty script a little bit and just say Summer has to do the murderings now. Whether by accident or by her own desire.
Right. I am going to predict that the Council of Ricks is still around in some form. Like maybe there are some survivors that are still loyal to the Council or something like that. Even though we kind of saw them all get destroyed already.
So what does that look like?
I just can't imagine that all of them died all at once.
Well, yeah.
So again, not including that first episode because we already saw them in that episode, obviously.
All right, so I have a prediction that I'll allow you some input on before I finish writing it down on my sheet. So I want to predict that Rick goes on basically a bender. Like we know he's an alcoholic. We know he does drugs. Like basically he drinks more than he normally does. So I would say like first season or first episode Rick where he's like too drunk to actually drive and he needs Morty to physically like handle stuff. Or when he's partying with his ex or his old ex-girlfriend, which they kind of got back together to have like a weird hive mind orgy. Because the other one that I have, which is questionable, is Rick tries to kill himself again because he has tried to do that a few times. And you could actually argue that him partying with Unity was him trying to kill himself as well. So that's why it's one of those like, well, either he just goes on a bender for emotion management, essentially. How about that? A bender for emotional management. Because then it's not just a bender to party.
Okay. I think this would make for a really good storyline, so I'm going to predict the opposite of that. Rick will either not be able to drink or he will stop drinking for a period of time.
Okay. How long?
A period of time.
So like 5 minutes.
if he's trying to find a drink and can't or resists drinking. So that's a better way to put it.
Yeah.
He resists or is unable to.
Yeah.
I believe I've seen footage of a Mad Max type spoof.
Okay.
Somewhere. So I'm going to predict that.
All right. I'm actually going to predict that Jerry and Beth get back together. I'm not going to predict that they stay together. So even if it's just a super quick, like, yay, we're together. Oh, no, we're not. Like, that counts.
Then I'm going to predict that Morty actually dates someone/thing.
Okay. Morty has to get a part-time job. I can see it where basically Beth's like, Morty, you're in high school now. Like, you need to have a summer job or something like that. Like, to pay for stuff. And I can see that just pissing Rick off and him getting him a job, like an alien job or something like that.
Okay. I do not think that Rick will get the Szechuan sauce in real life.
That's a bold prediction.
And I also think that someone will say squanch.
Does someone talking about squanchy?
No, they have to say squanch.
Okay. All right.
Specifically.
All right. I would say squanch as a word in any way that you can interact with a word would be fine. So yeah, squanch is squanched.
Okay. Scrabble rules.
Sure.
Not a proper
we'll go
name.
Scrabble rules on this. All right. I am going to say that Rick creates a new catchphrase along the lines of wubba lubba dub dub and or all of the other stuff. But there's something that he just starts saying for a new thing. A new Rick catchphrase.
Okay. I think that maybe Rick moves into the house. Like, I think he starts moving into the house more.
Oh, so he doesn't only have the garage as his space. He now has, like...
Because Jerry's gone now. So I think maybe he starts, like, taking over the kitchen or something. Rick encroaches into the house more.
Cool. Well, I'm going to predict that they make another nonsensical song.
Okay.
I think there's going to be some musical number that they do. Morty gets so fed up with Rick, he refuses to go on an adventure with him, or he abandons him. I think Morty is really sick of Rick shit. as he almost murdered Rick this season. Mm-hmm. But I think Morty basically like abandons Rick either before they go on an adventure or halfway through an adventure, and just he has a fed up moment and just says, "I'm done," and like leave. Like he has to leave.
I'm going to guess that there will be a flashback at some point, but of a real thing.
You mean the one that happened in that first episode wasn't the real flashback?
I don't think that was real, no. I'm not saying necessarily that we'll see a flashback of that thing happening, just that there will be a flashback.
Well, that's what I want to clarify, because I honestly think that he was lying, and I think that that's actually what happened. Because if it turns out that that one's real, but if you're like, oh yeah, no, he said it was fake, so it's fake. But like, if that turns out to be real, and if that flashback happens, does that still count?
Yeah, obviously, it's a real flashback.
Okay, all right.
Why wouldn't that count?
I'm just going to look at you smugly then when that happens and be like, boy.
Okay.
Just be like, I was right. Ha! So that's really what the whole name of the game is I was right. I keep debating on if I want to make a prediction about Beth and her job being a horse heart surgeon, because I know they'll at least mention it, but I don't know if maybe she'll like throw herself into her work and like only be working as a horse heart surgeon. I'm going to say either she gets a promotion at her job or she gets like a raise or something.
I'm going to say one that I think is unlikely, and then one that I think probably happens.
Okay.
So one's a long shot. Someone gets turned invisible, because I don't think they've done that yet.
Okay.
And I feel like that should happen at some point. But then I also think that they will either get shrunk or enlarged.
So like a Honey, I Shrunk the Kid / Blue of the Baby.
Seems like they shouldn't keep doing that, but only Rick and Morty have shrunk down, so there's plenty of opportunities.
Not only Rick and Morty. In the theme park, the Body theme park, other people were shrunk.
I think a main character.
Okay.
One prediction.
Because they did also make Santa Claus huge. They had to grow the body up super huge, and then there you go.
Yeah.
So they've done both. All right. I am going to go with there is going to be a gender bend of some kind.
Okay.
Yep. Whether it's dressing up and or potion and or like going into a simulation, and in the simulation they're different for whatever reason. Oh, you know what? I am going to make a prediction that Jerry tries to do where he's like, oh yeah, I have a girlfriend and she's great. Like he tries to make, how about Jerry tries to make Beth jealous?
Okay. Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Okay. So what if Jerry becomes the new head of the Council of Ricks?
Really?
Yeah.
You think that?
Or like he works with the Council of Ricks to help catch the rest of the bad Ricks. And Jerry goes to all of the other dimensions and gets a bunch of other Jerrys to like fight against Rick, because I'm sure more than one Rick has ruined more than one Jerry's life. So I'm sure a bunch of Jerrys have like a vendetta against Ricks.
If you want to guess that.
I'm going to guess. Yeah. And this is going to be my shoot the moon one. But Jerry works with the Council of Ricks. I'm going to leave it a little open-ended, because it could just be one Jerry or it could be Jerry's. Look at that.
Okay. I
doubt either of us are going to get bingo, to be honest. I'm going to laugh when it's just like none of this.
We'll be able to mark off one or two of these, I'm sure. I am 99% sure that there is a Pickle Rick in this show, so I'm going to make that my free space.
Okay.
And I am going to predict that there is a Plumbus, because I think that's less likely, so that'll be an actual prediction.
I'll allow it.
There's a chance that there might be a Plumbus.
The Plumbus, strangely, was very popular, so it wouldn't surprise me.
I think that Rick will transmute 3 times or more. We know he becomes a pickle.
Okay.
I'm going to guess that he also turns into 2 other things, such as when he became younger.
Oh, okay.
Or
he's going to alter his physical form in some manner.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to make a prediction about them at the high school.
Mm-hmm.
But they're so rarely ever actually in school.
But you do think he's going to talk to Jessica.
Right. Well, but that's the thing, is that like, is this a summer break thing? And is it like, does he talk to her at the mall working his Orange Julius job? I'm going to laugh so hard if he actually gets a job at like some knockoff Orange Julius. Or at, what's that other place? Jumbo Juice or something like that? Like some sort of smoothie stand. I'm just going to do it. Morty is seen in school.
It's pretty vague.
Well, that's what I'm trying to think of, like, what... Anyway, whatever. I'll just put Morty and Summer at school twice.
Morty and Summer.
Or Summer.
Okay. Safer. Much safer.
Yeah.
I think that while in a different dimension, they lose the portal gun.
All right.
Or it runs out of batteries, I guess.
Again.
Yeah, that also happened before. So
yeah. You didn't star a lot of these.
Well, that's because I'm not confident in a lot of them.
So if I take 2 of the stars, are you going to be mad?
Yeah.
Why?
because that essentially means you took my best predictions.
And?
I'll have to take your best predictions.
Don't hate the player, buddy. Hate the game.
If you want to make a trade of 2 of our best predictions, I'm fine with that.
Do you want to do that? How about this? I will take 1, and then I want you to make some more predictions and see if I want to take more. Okay. But I'm going to take the Mad Max spoof reference.
Okay. You can take more than 1.
That's fine.
Trading 1 for 1 right now.
Yeah, run 1 for 1. Because we were giving ourselves up to 3.
I'm going to use your first prediction.
Okay.
That someone else uses Rick's portal gun at some point.
Okay.
And then if you do a second one, I'll probably take that the Cronenberg is mentioned again.
Oh, okay. Oh.
As my second.
Oh la la. I'll probably take the Crumbopoulos Michael as my second. Okay. Just so you're aware.
This may or may not be a risky bet. I bet that something from the title sequence happens in one of the episodes. But I don't know, they may have used all the footage already.
There's one that we haven't seen yet, definitely. There's some stuff in there that we haven't seen. That is a bold prediction, I would say. I almost want to say that Summer moves to Arizona and sells turquoise. Uh-huh. I've actually been thinking about that, where like that's at least referenced again. I'm gonna put it down. Going for it.
We're getting toward the end. Why not throw some stuff out there?
Now you see how I feel when we get to like when I'm at like, wait, how many did I predict? Oh no, I only have 9. I gotta come up with 1 more. And then my brain just like panics and just says like something ridiculous. Your turn.
I think that they will make a joke about how the show could be canceled or is in danger or some sort of a meta joke like that.
Why? It's not like anything that Carmen's ever worked on has been in danger. They'll just give it over to new writers and then we'll wonder why it tanks after. Oh, sorry.
I'm going to say canceled or delayed.
Okay.
Because there was a lot of drama about delays for this season. What else? I think that the house will be mostly or entirely destroyed at some point.
Like Smoking Crater destroyed, or like
there could be parts of it still standing. But that's what I meant,
like, because like the garage could be a smoking crater, but like the rest of the house could still kind of be standing.
Like over half.
Over half. Destroyed. Okay, 50% destroyed.
Yeah. Okay. 24. Morty drives something / pilots something. Okay. 25 is free space.
Yeah.
Pickle Rick. In my case.
Okay, my 24th prediction is going to be a different group tries to take over the Galactic Federation. So either step in their place.
All right, yeah.
Or just like infiltrate from the inside and basically like try and run things. They try and take advantage of the Galactic Federation while it's in shambles. But what's the one thing on your list that you predicted that you really want to see them do?
The one I really want to see is Rick trying to go sober.
Yeah.
Like, I gave myself a little bit of wiggle room, but I would like there to be a plot line where he actually is, like, trying.
I think that would be hilarious. The one that I want to see is I would love to see a plot line where Summer actually goes to sell jewelry in Arizona. Like, yeah. I would love to actually see them do that and, like...
Yeah, something with turquoise.
Yeah, just something and have it be, like, her just off doing this rando thing. Anyway.
Okay, do you want to swap lists and we're going to construct each other's bingo boards so that there's no shenanigans?
That restaurant with all the stuff on the walls?
In this case, I guess it would be Shoney's. Anyway, go ahead and watch the predictions that Nami made for episode 1.
They're all good.
And of course, check out our regular episodes of Spoilers Maybe if you haven't done that yet.
Also, let us know, or just kind of keep an eye on these episodes as they come out. Let us know how you guys like them. We are changing up the format a little bit in these episodes. And if you guys like it, we will definitely do this again. If this is a burning, flaming Hindenburg, we won't.
I guess this is the part where the Rick and Morty theme song plays. Or should play.
No, Rick and Morty, not X-Files. Knew I was in trouble the moment I started humming.
Does the winner get anything?
Do I ever get anything?
You never win.
Oh, I do. All right, so that was some good delaying. Any predictions?
Might win for me.
I mean, you're just
I just said that there was a plumbus.
I'm about to make my 21st prediction to your what I'm sorry.
I'm on
what
18.
Number? Oh, just want to give you some.
And more of mine are correct, so don't throw too much shade. See, I got all the good predictions over here.
Oh, look at that snack talk. Oh, it's so smart. Yeah, don't worry, because once I get to 21, guess what? Next 3 predictions I'm taking from you, baby.
Did you say snack talk?
I might be hungry.
Okay.
As I said before, don't hate the player, hate the game of the rules that we made up on the spot and can basically decide whatever we want them to be.